Good morning everyone, today is a discussion video regarding rewards for seasonal events, anniversaries, just any event in general in NGS. So I'm gonna be extremely blunt over here and break the ice right off the bat. The rewards that Sega gives us in the LTQ, in the 4th year anniversary, in seasonal events, and all of this stuff is subpar. They are absolute garbage. They need to improve all of the rewards. So during my live streams, we actually had this topic pop up several times, and we had some pretty interesting conversations. So I had a bunch of returning players just kind of pop into chat, and they're like, hey, we haven't played since the Alio days, when the level cap was level 20, and now we're back and the game's changed so much. How do we gear up? What do we need to do? So forth and so on. And I was explaining to them, hey, seasonal events, as well as all these different campaigns are a great way to catch up. And it is. It's really great for the regular player or the casual player to catch up incredibly quickly. However, it seems like every seasonal event, as well as every LTQ, every campaign, has always been catered towards returning players as well as new players. It's always been, hey, this is a great time to catch up. If you actually look at my channel and you look at like every seasonal event, it's like every time it's the same thing, right? It's like, oh my gosh, you can get endgame gear super easy. Oh my gosh, you can fill out all of you can get 200, 300% potency super easily now, so forth and so on. So the subject of the conversation eventually came to veteran players as well as players which have already built full LC augments. And it's like, all right, what do we do now during the seasonal events? What do we do now for the 4th year anniversary? And all of us have the same conclusion in the sense that, hey, there's nothing really for us to do. Yeah, there is quote unquote content to farm. However, it's meaningless because the rewards are so bad. And this is where one of my viewers came up with a very interesting suggestion. At the beginning, I blew it off as like, oh, whatever, that's like way too extreme. But the more I thought about it, the more reasonable I think it actually is. So think about this, every half-year anniversary or just full year anniversary, they allow you to get full endgame augments from the seasonal shop. Now, there are two different conversations we had. The first one was they gave you S variants of these capsules, so they're not tradable, but they have a 100% success rate to put onto your gear. So it's like encouraging people to be like, hey, we know that you suck at the game. We know you only have LC augments and grinding is too difficult for you. And yeah, here you go, an S augment. You can just slap in endgame augments onto your gear super easy because there's a 100% success rate and you only need one of these capsules. The second side of the conversation was, hey, maybe we just give you full endgame augments which are sellable, so the non-S variant. However, it only has a 7% success rate, so players are going to need to use protection to try to gamble so that they can get it to stick to their gear, or they're going to need to buy 10 of those augments and use a 30% booster in order to guarantee it, which I don't really recommend because that is awfully expensive. But we all know that, hey, if the seasonal shop dropped all of these endgame augments, it would absolutely destroy the player market. It would crash all the prices. Now, do I think that is a bad thing or a good thing? It's debatable. I did make quite a lot of money, which helped me fund all of my Rimuru as well as all the collaboration funding through farming these endgame augments and selling them on the player market. So with that being said, here is where I want your input. What do you think seasonal events should drop to make things worth it? A joke that I cracked with my chat all the time is I think there should be a seasonal balloon bosoms that should drop from every seasonal event. Maybe you get it when you farm 5 million seasonal points or 10 million seasonal points, but you get a set of balloon bosoms that is themed after each event. And that is like the peak item that you get for free as a cosmetic. And maybe that will do. Everyone loves cultured plot, and obviously this is a joke, okay? Disclaimer, this is a joke. I don't think Sega is in their right mind to actually make and design different balloon bosoms for every seasonal event and give them out for free. That just doesn't make a lot of sense. However, something similar to that to encourage people to farm the seasonal events, to actually play and participate, and for players to be rewarded accordingly and fairly. That is what I want to achieve, and so I want your input on what exactly would be reasonable rewards that they could add into the seasonal shop, add into the LTQ drops to entice people to actually want to run it. Because it's been a common thread for the past several years where it's like, oh yeah, this LTQ super fun, but the drops suck, so there's no reason to do it. Or it's been like, oh yeah, this seasonal event is really cool, yeah, there's like maybe 2 items that I want, but the rest of it is actually garbage. And so I'm hoping to amend that and give Sega a little bit more feedback on, hey, your events are good, however, they can be improved through the drops, because that's what's causing people to stop running all these different events. But other than seasonal events as well as rewards, what else do you think Sega can add in to increase the longevity of the endgame in NGS? What endgame systems would you like to see added into NGS to make the experience a lot more enjoyable for you? Let me know in the comment section below.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.